One, two, three.
Hello, my name is Rogerson and I'm going to be recording the Unit 4 impact on the use of business systems, and this will be about Cafe 6. I've analysed and looked at the marketing developments in Cafe 6. I've noticed that they have quite a few. For example, a chalkboard with the meal deals on. This is showing us what meals are on at lunchtimes. And they have leaflets on the tables advertising pizzas and big breakfasts, and all the images are clear on here. I've been looking at the recent developments and the current marketing, and I've worked out ways they could improve their marketing. For example, having an online website, using online marketing and going into e-commerce, because then they could get more sales through online, so students can be buying stuff on the apps and their phones. I've noticed there's quite a few flaws in their marketing, that they are a cafe in a sixth form, but they have no marketing around the sixth form. Those chalkboards don't look professional because they are all written in a different handwriting, so it looks like my mother's gone and written it in a quick rush. There's nothing to mention about it in the sixth form prospect, which is bad for the students, because if they were to come here and they didn't know what the cafe facility is like, they probably wouldn't buy any food, which is losing the Cafe 6 customers. The improvement I have chosen to talk about and develop is viral marketing. Viral marketing relies on social networking, so this relies on us doing it. For example, us sharing a product that's been shared on the page, and us tweeting about something. But this way it's replacing the old-fashioned word of mouth. For example, if I was to tell my neighbour next door, oh, he's a good handyman, that is replacing the word of mouth. And viral marketing is highly popular among teenagers, and a lot of companies see this as a gap in the market to promote their products and to sell their products. Viral marketing will work well in Cafe 6 because of the high number of teenagers that go to the sixth form. Because around about 1,200 students that come here. This is almost 9 times bigger than the number of staff that work here. The fact that social media sites are open book, this encourages people from former schools to go, and from high schools to come and look at the work, look at the CAF, because they hear about it from past students. For example, we're now in year 12. For example, a year 11 saw me write about saying, the sausage rolls are really good. Then they might be encouraged to buy a sausage roll if they do come in. How will viral marketing work for Cafe 6? My idea is for it to be run in Plasmore, because it offers a different range and concept for the Plasmore. Therefore, it'll be using the sixth form's technology. Therefore, there won't be any cost implicated for the Cafe 6. And as lots of sixth form have a Facebook and Twitter accounts, therefore it can be linked into there. For example, if you go onto the About page and on the sixth form, it could be linked to Cafe 6 there, and as social networking sites are free, that I reckon it would be cost efficient for Cafe 6, and I believe if the students did all the video and advertising, it would improve their CV. So what is the cost of viral marketing? There are costs because in advertising. So, for example, YouTube and Google, there is no set cost for the hashtag, and for Twitter and Instagram, there is no fee to use the word @Cafe 6. After the people have seen these adverts, I would like them to use the hashtag or the @Cafe 6 to promote the business. And I've looked into YouTube and Google how much it costs to advertise their branding, and we are willing to pay £3 per clip click per view, because this is the average. And we're going to put £3 towards advertising on YouTube and Google, and then divide £3 by thingy will work out to 1,000 roos, which will be able to get the advert to appear when Last Off Sixth or Cafe Sixth is mentioned. Next slide. I've worked out how much the college makes a day based on fees online from other websites, and I've calculated the cost of how many students are here and divided that by how many students would buy a main meal a day, and I've divided that by times 500 times £2.41 to equal what I reckon they would make a day. Then I multiplied that by 5, which equals the weekly fee, and then I've times that by how many weeks there are in a working year. But I've taken out the school holidays, and that's made the yearly cost. I've looked at the cost of rental premises for my cost benefit analysis, because as Cafe 6 is an independently run business, that the college don't own the brand, another company owns it, so they have to pay the college or the government money to use those premises. Therefore, I've worked out that the college will have to be paying around £84 a year for the use of these facilities out of the budget I talked about in the previous slide. Next slide. One slide. Next slide. When researching online how much the food would cost to run Cafe 6, I couldn't find a lot of accurate information about Cafe 6 particularly, but I looked on forum websites, for example, Wiki Answers and Answers, to find out how much an average restaurant would cost. On these forums, it said they spent between 20% to 40% of their income on food. Based on my calculations, I've worked out 40% of the yearly cost would cost them £93 a year. I chose the 40% because the high amount of students and staff that are here. I noticed that the vending machines in Cafe 6 were run by outside suppliers, so I assumed Cafe 6 rented their machines. So I compared a few sites to see how much they would charge around to rent a machine per year. Those figures range between £10,000 and £15,000. As the college have 3, and these companies offer 20%, 25% of your annual cost and you pay up front. As Cafe 6 costs certain, I'll be looking at the vending machines around 14 grand. So I did 14 grand times 3 equals 420. Dave, you can read on the maths because I don't read maths. So what are the cost benefits of viral marketing? A lot of people see their advert, and most of the adverts, the money we put forward, so ranges 450 views to 450 views to 1,200, which is the average size of the college. And it worked out it'll cost around £5,000 per annum. And I've worked out this is cheaper than employing another staff member to specialise in viral marketing. And because the marketing of Cafe 6 is on a local scale, will encourage potential students to come to sixth form, and it won't need much maintaining once it's been set up. You only need to check up once a week or every other week to see how the figures are going. What are the disadvantages? So people may not share the Facebook page or the YouTube advert. That's a disadvantage. Cafe 6 is going to have to make an extra 900 quid through increase of sales. They might have to increase their prices or pray on they selling more food a day. Negative comments can be written on these social networking sites and about these adverts, because this can betray the business and put it down. But students will have to be trained in this form, which could use a lot of time. And social networking sites are viable to get hacked. And as my idea is relying on students to share and promote the company, in which it could set it back a bit. My final justification, I believe it will work financially for Cafe 6, but because it's only going to set them 900 quid in debt, it's cheaper than employing a staff, and I reckon the introduction of viral marketing will cover these debts. I believe it will work well because linking the CAF with the college and using the sixth form students, as they have a high knowledge of social media, and therefore there will be no staff cost, and students will gain experience for their CV. For example, the media students and the drama students could make the videos and then put them on advertising, and then you could get other students to write about it. And the IT students could be in charge of doing all the technical stuff. And as there's no cost in equipment, which will be provided by the college, as the college has enough equipment, and it gives someone else somewhat different to do a plus more, the end.